We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. From UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A gain of 36 yards.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the 30.
For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself with that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Is third down.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Gain of 7.
An effective 7-yard third down conversion. On play action, Rodgers. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Garoppolo going to get this off to Mostert, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And open, that's Deebo Samuel. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's another.
How about start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 3 yards the gain there, second down. The ball on the 8, still could get a first down technically, 2nd and 7. From the gun, a run with Mostert. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Green Bay.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now give that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jerick McKinnon now to return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run. And
he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
At 7. Robbie Gould to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Flushed out right. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Seven, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play, and it's third down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Complete.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
11 on the play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run it with Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. Now at 3 series, he's past the 30. Now a hit and a loose football.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got... the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working as well. Free before the knee hit the ground.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And he stopped immediately there. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A gain of 6 there on first.
To George Kittle.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo able to get this complete to Ayuk. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
The score, Niners 14, Packers 13. Robbie Gould to kick
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Complete to Allen Lazard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
First carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. This will be caught at about the 6. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's... And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. 3 touchdown passes down for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 7 yards to pick up there. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space, because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a 1st down and run out this first half.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. But he hits his target, the tight end Lewis.
Rodgers.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in him one-handed. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Nice play, man. Rodgers' pass. Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. To return, it's McKinnon. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
1st and 10. At their own 33-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, 49ers! Raheem Mostert, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Jamal Williams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a score closer.
Mason Crosby.
Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going for the defensive guys? Plays like that really hurt.
Crosby with the extra point, and this is back to an 8-point game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. To return, it's McKinnon. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 32-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
32-yard
from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Mostert. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The Packer fans, and not to mention members of this defense, likely hoping to forget what Mostert did to Green Bay in the NFC title game last year. 29 carries, 220 yards, and an NFL postseason record-tying 4 touchdown runs. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo connects with Kittle underneath. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the stick.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line.
The 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here
now. Now Mostert. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
The ball carrier.
Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 30. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. This is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Back now here in Santa Clara.
With the score.
It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 3 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
13 yards.
13 yards, first down Packers. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Niners, 40.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds. Incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
Choose the mic.
They go back to the ground with Williams. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the 15-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now the all-time leading rusher at Boston College, it's A.J. Dillon. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Fred Warner in on the tackle.
The offense at 3rd in the nose of the football. Again, it's Dillon. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
In most goal line situations, defensive tackles are just trying to hold the line, hold their ground, and let the other guys roam and make the play. But in this situation, he's able to push his way into the backfield and disrupt that play for a loss.
Williams will try again. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
28.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the
touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown of the night, and the 49ers add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Kickoff for San Francisco.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Jamal Williams with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. So he visits pay dirt for a second time. Unfortunately, they're still down on the big board.
And I wonder what's going through his mind right now. Playing hard, making big plays. That wasn't a small run by any stretch of the imagination either. To find the end zone for the second time, yet his team's still down. They need more of that from him and a little help from the defensive guys.
Now Crosby for the point after. And that will cut this lead down to 13.
Makes the score Niners 48, Packers 35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
On the tackle.
Preston Smith there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Packers' 48-yard line.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk. 48 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. Working from the gun, Garoppolo.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Third down. And 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Mostert, the ball carrier, brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 4.
It's now play action. It's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Brandon Ayuk brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Mostert. He's got the first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win